Okay friends, it's time to can beans. This is a 5-gallon bucket. See how big it is? And it's basically full. Plus I have this grocery bag over here full of beans. So I'm gonna start canning. It's good beans. Now, the thing of it is I have 5 rows and this is 2 of the 5 rows. And another thing, I never said I was good at planning, but today through Friday, so the next 2 days, we have a high heat warning. So I'm going to be running a canner, pressure cooker in the high heat. It's going to be miserable in here. And I got to snap all these. Look at that. That's a couple beans or 2. So I should have some yummies for the winter cabinet. Okay, all the beans are snapped and cleaned, and now we're ready to can. That is a 5-gallon bucket and a large grocery bag of green beans ready to go in the canner. Well, into the jar, into the canner. We have a lot to go yet. Okay, everything's getting prepared. I have my canner, that's not on yet. I hot bath my beans, do a raw pack, I guess what you call it. So there I'm starting to boil, get the water boiling, and then back here I'm doing my flats. Let them boil for a little bit. And the jars are on Sani wash setting on my dishwasher, and they're getting cleaned right now. So as soon as they're done, I'll pack the beans, add some salt, put on a flat, and put on a ring. I'll put some water in. And then I'm gonna put them in the pressure cooker and I'll show you how that goes. Okay, I have the first jars packed and my water is boiling. Let's see if I can do this without burning myself. So what I'm gonna do, this is called a raw pack. So I put boiling water in to about 1 inch at the top of the jar. It's probably gonna make you seasick here. And you know, I never said I was a smart person, but lordy, must I always choose to do this on the hottest days of the year, but I guess that's what I do. It's taken more water than I was hoping. I don't know if I boiled enough water. This is how I do it. Okay, I need both hands. We'll catch up later. Okay, I got my flats out of the hot water. And then you put the lids on. And as I'm doing this, Bella is so eagerly standing here trying to pick up any beans that might possibly drop. She's a funny girl. We'll see if she'll sit pretty for a bean. Let's see. Bella, sit, sit. Oh yes, Auntie Carolyn taught you well. You like the green beans. She's my little helper. Okay, and then I'm gonna put them in the canner, so hang on. Okay, they're in the canner. And I have it on high, so I'm going to put the lid on and I'll show you what I have. The type of canner I have, it doesn't have a gauge, it has a rock and roll weight on the top. Okay, the lid is on. It just sets on and then you line up the handles. And it's on high, and what we're going to do out of this valve here, we're going to wait until the steam is a continuous flow, and then we're going to let it flow out for 10 minutes before I put this little weight on. That little weight is going to go right here. But we're going to let that go, and the steam will come out, and then when this starts a rocking and a rolling on there, then I time it for, I believe it's 25 minutes, but I'll double check my recipe just to make sure. That's what we're going to do. My little helper had to take a rest. She's in her kennel in her bed. She's getting ready to grab some more beans when her mommy drops them on the floor. Okay, you can see that steam is coming out in a steady stream, so I'm going to let that go like that for 10 minutes before I put the weight on. See how it's coming out? Nice steady stream. Okay, we're on our way. Okay, we've done our 10 minutes, so I'm going to put on the 10-pound weight. See, and it's just sitting there. Pressure is going to build, and this is going to start rocking. And so then when it starts rocking, I'm going to process it at 25 minutes because I have quarts in there. And then after the 25 minutes, I let it cool down by itself. And then when all the pressure has cooled out of it, then I will take this little guy off and open it up. So it's quite a process. It's lengthy, But I'll let you see what it looks like when that little weight there starts rocking and rolling. Okay, the weight is rocking and rolling, so we're up to the pressure we need to be. So we're going to do this for 25 minutes because, like I said, I have quartz in there. And in 25 minutes, I will shut the burner off, and I will remove that from the heat, just slide it back, and then I'll just let it cool down on its own. I'm not going to touch it. I don't want anything to explode on me. So on a hot day, that would make matters a lot worse. Okay, so these are my beans. They're done. The canner cooled down, so I took them out. Now, the best thing a canner can hear at this point is to hear them popping, and I've heard some pop, and that means that they're sealed. And some of you may say that's an awful lot of work for 5 cans of beans, 5 quarts of beans. I have more beans to do, but that was the first canner load. But I'll tell you what, home canned beans, homegrown beans that you can yourself, don't even taste like the grocery store beans. They are so much better. It's just unbelievable. So it's worth every minute to me. I did the quarts for holidays throughout the winter. I'll do pints for my husband and I, and then for my one son, my only son who likes green beans. He'll take the pints also. So there you go. We've canned green beans.